Alright guys, this is video number 3. Anybody want to go fishing today? Actually, I'm not very big on fishing. I just don't do it very often. One time I went fishing and I caught this fish. Now it was my first fish ever, and if you remember your first fish, it's huge, big old great fish, but then I saw the picture and it was about that big. It was like a minnow. So not a big fisherman. However, one thing I am very good at is having a lot of leads in the water, or a lot of lines in the water to catch fish. Now that's something that's going to be very important for you in this industry. See, a lot of people stick to one or two different ways and they're only getting 1 or 2 leads a week, and that's not going to cut it in this industry. If you want to be a top income earner, if you want to be number one, if you want to be a titan, you're going to have to master the ability to have multiple leads in multiple lines in the water at once, so that you can have all those leads coming in, people to call back, and then go through the system that I teach you on how to build a 6-figure income from beginning to end. Listen, I meet people all the time and they go, oh, I want to make $10,000 a month with my business. And I say, really? Well, how many lead generation sources do you have out there? And they'll go, well, I'm placing newspaper ads. That's not going to cut it. It's just not enough. I go, how many leads are you getting? Well, I'm getting, 5 leads a week. And I go, okay, how many sales do you have to make 10,000 bucks? They go, 10. I go, okay, well, how can you make 10 sales if you've only got 5 leads? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to ask yourself, how many lead generation techniques do I actually have out there? How many am I implementing? How many am I using? And how many leads am I getting? Will the amount of leads that I'm getting actually enable me to make the income that I desire? If the answer, and you have to work your ratios. Again, if you go to how to build a 6-figure income, if you buy that product, it teaches you about all the ratios that you need to track, so that you can actually say, I want to make $10,000, here's exactly what it's going to take, here are my ratios, so here's exactly what I have to do. Okay? So what I want you to do is, your exercise for today is, I want you to go back and look at your lead generation sources. How many leads do you have in the water? You have to have 7 to 13 lead generation sources in the water so that you can actually catch more fish, if that makes any sense. Now, you also want to look at, how many of those are actually going to convert. That's going to be very important. So you want to make sure that you know all that stuff so that you can tie it to the money that you're actually going to make, and be honest with yourself. If you want to be a top income earner, 7 to 13 is a minimum. There are hundreds of ways to generate leads. Okay? So go back, look at the exercise for today, go back and look at all your lead generation sources, how many leads you're actually getting, look at the amount of money that you want to make, and ask yourself, well, the amount of leads that I'm actually getting, knowing my ratios, if you don't know your ratios, you need to buy the course so you can figure out your ratios. Knowing my ratios, will I be able to even make that kind of money? If the answer is no, then you need to increase the lines that you have in the water so that you can catch more fish. Hopefully that helped, and I'll see you on the next video.